What's good, YouTube? It's Coffee tapping back in, man. And Wack100 do this post up on the gram in reference to Keefe, the murder trial, RIP to the GOAT, Pac. This is just crazy, the defense that we're seeing, man. We're going to get to it, man. But this post that he put up is this book about Keefe and Suge being the only two witnesses to the murder of Tupac. Now, check it out. Keefe with Yusuf Ja, Compton street legend. Notorious Keefe street level accounts of Tupac and Biggie murders, death row origins, Suge Knight, Puffy Combs, and crooked cops. And then Wack says the countdown: innocent until proven guilty, the American way, final approval in, final hearing 625. Call me what you want to call me, Cap. Being mad at me for freeing an innocent man is crazy. And then he asked Rick Rock to react to this on YouTube, that he respects his opinion. Now, while I was laughing a bit in regards to this case, as trial is upon us, everyone let me know what you think, if he's going to beat the case or not. But what Keefe's attorney, what's his name? Carl Arnold, right? He's going with my client is a liar. That's really what this man is saying in defense. He's saying there's no DNA evidence. And basically, as we know, Keefe, there's a complicated, tricky thing where he, proffered with the feds or whatever. And what was that, a PCP case? And he spoke about some different things. And, he felt that basically he could go around and speak about the murder in interviews, in books, and different things like that, and reference stuff directly about the crime. And like we saw in the DJ Vlad interview, he was really trying to pump some money out of this. You know what I'm saying? Pimp the situation for which he could. And, like he'd say so much on the Vlad TV thing and then say, oh, well, you got to go get the book. And then Vlad was reading passages out the book and was like, Keefe was kind of getting hot, like, I want people to buy the book. But basically, he confessed to the murder being involved, because that's the thing too, you know what I'm saying? Everyone, more or less, word over the years has been that Baby Lane was the trigger man. You know what I mean? As we know, there was more than one individuals said to be there, and Keefe has put himself there, so he doesn't have to be the trigger man to be convicted, you know what I mean, for taking part in the murder. And we know there was that raid at his house. They took some ammunition, which, who knows? I don't know how that could tie to the case at all. But basically, they're going off, as we know, the fact that this man implicated himself in the crime and talked about it for years, and that whole proffer agreement, and if, he had immunity or not, was up in the air, and legal analysts have weighed on it in different ways. If the immunity would still be in place in all these situations, and more or less, like from the court rulings and stuff like that, they've said, that it wasn't, that he flucked it all up and wasn't protected by immunity. So then it comes down to the only thing he could really say is this was for entertainment value. You know what I'm saying? This was not all the way the truth, or this was me telling a story, or try to rely on things like that artistically, and saying that this wasn't a total actual account all the time that he was doing this. And I want to know if you guys think that's going to fly or not. When trial time comes, you see Wack100 saying that he's innocent and he's going to walk. That's what it looks like to me. But check out what the attorney had to say about this. He says, I would definitely say he's a liar. Arnold told CBS affiliate that Keefe initially believed he would be protected from prosecution if he gave statements regarding the circumstances of Tupac's death in '96. Talks about how he gave a secret interview to a detective in '08 claiming that he helped his nephew Orlando Anderson kill Tupac in a drive-by. And then, they talk about this audio that has, been put into evidence of the interview. And Keefe is heated about it. And basically, anyone can say, well, I believe this is the lawyer again. Yeah, there's no DNA evidence. and nothing to corroborate his client's statements. But he said, well, he's a liar. And it says, because of Keefe's supposed lies, Arnold believes that'll be the reason why he'll walk. So with all that being said, and what Wack100 is talking about here, I just wanted to tap in with everyone out there and see what you guys think. If you think he will indeed walk and, you know, be exonerated of the killing of Tupac, is that going to work? Like, there's no DNA evidence, but my client went around and admitted this. Or like, hey, my client's a known liar, so you can't believe what he's saying. It's just, to me, seems like, that's why I was like laughing a bit. It seems like a joke. You know what I mean? From any other understanding, from my understanding of this period, though, I don't really believe there's anything else that's being left out evidentiary wise. So just comment your thoughts, period, if you think he's going to be convicted or not. And you think that's just a pretty wild thing we're looking at here. Like, he went around trying to make money off the situation because he thought he was protected by this agreement, but that was null and void in that situation. So he's a liar and a wild storyteller. You know what I mean? We'll have to see as things get closer if there is going to be any wild cards, trick cards anyone has to play when court time comes around. But as of now, to me, it's just looking like this is what we're looking at. Keefe D either trying to say, hey, I was just telling stories, and I was lying, and his lawyer saying my client is a liar. It's a pretty crazy story. It is insane to see him be arrested all these years later. You know, something I don't think any of us thought we would ever see is one of Tupac's killers be arrested, let alone brought to justice. Will Keefe D be able to beat the case? Do you concur with Wack100? Have you read this book that he's talking about here? Or will he be convicted? What's your thoughts? Let's talk about it all. Hit the comment, subscribe, stay tuned for updates. I'm out of here. Peace.